Welcome back to Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master, episode 18. Right, let's turn in a couple of quests.
Just a moment.
Thank you for your help, Pine Wolf, though I wish I didn't have to ask you to do it. I should have been the one. I'm such a small person in the big world. Yes, I see. Still, you've done everything I could have asked and more. You've always be welcome here. Alright, and this item here, other than being the ugliest hat, but I don't have to show it. 39 armor, better armor, resistance rating. I'll just get something heavier for its sale value. Alright, and let's go here. Matter
This
of
is
warmth.
intolerable.
Good, glad you like the quality. That takes care of those two guys. And I completed Breland Adventurer Final for some more loyalty. Ah yes, actually not more loyalty, that's my initial loyalty. Loyalty 2, so that's my highest virtue right now. Vitality, armor, power. I'll think on it later. I could do that offline. I'll just sell the...
How may I help you today?
Sell that quest reward. Might as well check my Hobbit present. 100% craft boost. Well, that obviously can be used later. Now into the Old Forest. I had forgotten when I talked last time that the Old Forest is the entrance near Atzo's place, not the Barrow Downs. Barrow Downs is a little bit closer to Bree. But I'll come through this way regardless. And besides, I'll run into wolves here probably for the wolf pelts, since they'll come along the way. And we are heading to the house of Tom Bombadil. Hey do, Mary do. So, no wolves. I don't see anything here so far. Wait, what's this? A bat. Alright, I'm getting bats and roots today. Ah, a wolf. Alright, good. That's the first wolf. And I do want to... I'll sort that out later. Well, the wolf could at least survive until I finish my lightning bolt. Now, the roots aren't aggressive, but they will attack if I start fighting trees near them or something like that. They're the ones that you need. Alright, make sure I go... This is probably the best way to go. If you go too far north, you get a dead end. Too far south, you run into lots of spiders. And the spring, whose quest I did not take. And I'll skip. I guess I could have taken the tree root quest and just killed these roots and trees along the way. I figured I've got plenty of quests as it is, so there was no need to do that. And let me take care of this wolf. That's 3 down. Alright. Is that silver or is that barrel? Well, it's rich barrow iron, but I'm not going to worry about... Oh, 2 more wolves. This is nice and good. And I'll have that one finished so I can turn it in when I get back to Adzo's camp. Assuming I am able to get there. Alright. Now, this is a quest. I probably... Flowers of the Old Forest. And so I'm looking at each of them, and if you look at this, this is the flower of Briarglad has been seen as a warning by superstitious folk who would dare the depths of the old forest. She was an Entwife unusual amongst her sisters, for she was a wild and capricious being. These are all flowers that represent Entwives that had at one time been in the old forest. Of course, there are no more Entwives there anymore. But these were older times. Now this way to Tom Bombadil. Now, unfortunately, bats are aggressive, so I am going to have to deal with them. And now, here's the house. Now, nobility, what does this buff give me? 60.72 in combat power regeneration. Alright. New deed, the old forest, Tom Bombadil's house. Now, in the daytime, he's outside, skipping along merrily. On the nighttime, he's indoors. In case you wonder what this mail message is all about, most likely it's going to turn out to be a follow-up quest to the Adso group, where
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
sort of sequel of what Bill Fernie is up to after we take care of him here. Hoy now, what's all this fussin'? We've not had so many guests since our wedding. There is time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty. Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You are at the house of Tom Bombadil. Yes, that sounds like Tom Bombadil.
What can I do for you today?
My Goldberry is away at her spring, and I was going lily hunting. I've no time for chasing birds. But hoy now, Aragorn a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's. Here's in my offer. While old Tom Bombadil looks for your sour crows, you'll gather lilies for my lovely. I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow it along, ring-a-ding-dillo, and find Old Man Willow. Oh, funnity fun, Old Man Willow. Obviously, we need to go down to the river. And that will be down this way. Here's a waterfall there, and one river. Not exactly the widest river I've ever seen. I don't know, I think where I live at they would call it a creek instead, but maybe it's wider elsewhere. And we have this sat power on me from Old Man Willow, which means I'm going to get out of here before all my power is drained. It'd be an interesting contest, though, if I stood there trying to draw power from the roots. And see if I could keep up with the power drain. But time's a-wastin'. And we wish to go and talk to Tom again. Hey do, Mary do. Now, how late is it at night? It is late watches. Yippee! Because guess where I get to go after this?
Hey do, Mary do, my hearty.
Lily's white for the river daughter, stronger than hobbit folk are you if you outsing old man Willow. Not a lily crushed, nor a leaf bent. Oh, Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows when it's the time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He's found your birds, and none too soon. If you seek them out, then seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath green grass. Nice and cryptic.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
Blackbirds flittered and fluttered, skipping along the branches. They came to rest where the restless walk. Beware the old barrows, they stir when they should be a-slipping. Go north, up the path right. And now that means I need to go to the Barrow Downs and find the birds. And yes, if you're doing this for the first time, it's a good idea to actually read the directions he gives. Sometimes they're actually useful. Now this means we're going into the Barrow Downs, and whenever I go into the Barrow Downs, I pick up a number of quests in addition to the epic. Now, one of the things I want to check, someone said that if the Raven paired materials, prepare for war, hardy diet, don't touch him, after battle threat, loyalty, don't interrupt me. I'm trying to figure out where I get, probably here, Raven's protection. Raven now offers tactical mitigation buff for you and your fellows. Now does that mean that you don't get the shadow damage buff that you got before? Let me check the Raven. Let me check and find out. And what I get with the Raven. Alright, yes, no longer do we get the buff that we used to get. It used to give a protection against shadow damage. That no longer happens. It's just improved, but delayed. So therefore, I think I will go back to the Eagle for this particular run. Now let's get a few quests.
Would you do something for me?
Yeah, I don't like crawlers and rats. Get rid of them. You know, not much more to say about that. Calming the Wake.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Kill whites in the Barrow Downs. Alright. Good idea.
Might I take a moment of your
And
time?
defeat Barghasts in the Barrow Downs. I'll remove the wolf pelt one. Now Bob here has one to find his daughter. I'm not in the mood to find his daughter. If you've ever done Lalia's quest, you'll know why. The Dead Spire.
Would you do something for me?
I will do that one. I don't feel like doing digging in the dirt, and I got plenty of quests to get me to level 19. So into the Barrow Downs. And fight Bargas and White. And speaking of Bargas, here's our first one. And some rats. Now Whites would be useful to kill, of course, because of a racial deed. Now there's Lolly. Obviously, if I didn't take Bob's quest to find Lolly, I'm not going to take her quest to let her lead me all throughout the place. I don't want to have a 3-hour episode running around trying to follow Lolly. Did I just go back down the road I came from? Yeah. That's how not to do it. Yes, I want to go down this way. Now there is the dead spire, where I'll be getting some things. First, let's go take care of those crows. I'm always so tempted to go down there when I see the forestry, but that's to the old forest, where all those quest givers were. And you find all these monuments of stone and all that, and inevitably they include whites. Alright, now this is... no, that's not it. Right. Oh yeah, there she is. Yes, that is her. Alright. And her little crows too. Alright. Now these are active 2 at a time. That used to be a lot tougher back in the days when quests tended to be for groups rather than solo. So I really think that demoting her to normal was a bit overkill. They should have made her a signature. I think she used to be an elite. But she really belongs in the signature category in my opinion. Especially with you only fighting 2 birds at a time now. But that's all I need to do in order to go back to Tom Bombadil. But I figure I'll at least take care of these other quests in the meantime. Wait a minute. Oh, that was a bit delayed there. Alright. I shall head to the dead spire and take care of what I need to get there. A little curing to get rid of that wound. Silver. There. Get rid of this bar gas. I haven't seen any whites yet. The whites are really nice ones to get. As I said before, I've got a racial deed that uses them. The only one I've killed so far is the ones that we hit during the epic instances. How are we doing with this? I've got 7 out of 12 for the bar gas. What popped up there? Oh, another deed. Barrow Downs, bar gas slayer, right. Now I need to pick these up. Now this used to be a little bit tougher, in that whenever you picked up a carved stone, a white would have popped up. But that doesn't happen anymore. Alright. I just can't resist doing this guy. This spirit wanders around. Right. All was silence. Now the sound of steel rings from the battles past, long beyond the laying of bones. Stirred by evil's passage, my brother walks again. So too our foes. Duty bound, we stand as one, lost as he may be. Allured he rose and, solemn, buried me. My shield calls to my arm, my ring calls to my hand, my sight departs as my life, our oaths bind us still, protect and serve this land. Alright. Seek the Wandering Shade Sparrow. Not that that probably gave me too much of a clue as to where it's at. Alright, crawlers. Now the crawlers are the ones that take the longest to take care of. $24. Now they're the easiest ones to kill. Well, actually, the rats are a little bit easier to kill. But it's the easiest of the quests. Now, unless, of course, you're really good at killing bar gas. Now, let me find this guy. He's down near one of these barrows. Not next to the place where we had the epic quest, but reasonably close. Obviously not right next to where she's standing. And they give you a clue as to whether or not the ground's been recently disturbed. And with a little luck, I'll get these guys. I'm doing a bar gas. Actually, yeah, it looks like I will have the bar gas down. Yeah, alright, that one's done. So I'll get rid of that from my list. Alright. I think this is the barrow I want. Make sure that's not silver. Nah, barrow iron. The earth was recently disturbed. Alright, this is the one. And we need to fight this guy. A living fool, soon to be dead, yes! Alright, now you're dead. Fortunately, I do get credit for... oh, silver. Alright, now I've obtained the Shade's Ring. I still need a few more of these. 2/3 of the way on that one. I don't need any more bar gas, so I probably will have to kill one or two more simply to get by. And I gotta find the shit. Oh, he's this way. Hello, found your ring. Hail my hand, now to his arm. Lost two, lost two. Sundered and shattered, metal and bone, life bled onto the ground. In shade of stone, a south-facing wall, wherein the lurch slept once the dead. On cold and hollowed ground, where dead lay asleep, woke they to great our treasure claimed. There by our honor sleeping and gone, my brother bid me farewell. Now the dead rise stirring the earth, now cursed from where I fell. Our curse recalled, we shall walk until the dead are quelled. Now I need to defeat whites near the place where the brothers placed the Coralline treasure. And it looks like, yes, I know, had a little fight with the Barghast while I was reading that. Which says that we're a little bit overpowered at the moment, it looks like. Now we do have 12.1 coming out soon. I don't know if there are any power tweaks in there. I didn't see anything specifically that made it sound like there were. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Alright, need to head this way in order to get those. I want to at least kill the crawlers. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the crawlers, take care of that quest. I probably will finish that before I reach the wall in question. Then in our next episode, we will head for the wall. That I think we'll do. So if I kill a white or two in the process, I won't mind. And now there's this deed where you're supposed to find pages in a journal as you go along. For what reason? I've got no real clue. How many crawlers do I have? I need 2 more crawlers. 23. Right, this is enough. And once I do that, yeah, now I can turn in the quest. And next time we will come back down here in order to finish things up. But I think I'll have enough in order to level me. If not, then surely a trip to Tom Bombadil's will take care of that.
Greetings.
There you go. You've got rid of the Barghast. Here are your
Greetings,
items.
friend.
I got some rep at least. Reach acquaintance with the men of Bree.
What do you need?
Get rid of those things. So let's go to Tom Bombadil. Right. Yeah, those are the 2 I didn't take. Go there the fast way. In other words, ride my horse. I need to come up with the name for it, because right now I'm still using the default name for my horse. Oh. Yeah, nice strong horse we got there. It's daytime now apparently, because Tom Bombadil is now outside.
Hey do, Mary do, my hearty.
Oh there, stay a while, or are you still a-hurried? Orthograph, you say? That's a dark place, full of dark whites, and you're no need of going. If you must, you must, and I'll not be staying you. Very well, come closer, and I'll be telling you. Orthograph is the Great Barrow. In the early days, the epic was very often used as an introduction to the various dungeons in the game.
What can I do for you today?
Alright, The Great Barrow is not a place for weak hearts and frail limbs. Wicked wights and evil lords make merry in their terror. They've never been caught, old Tom. Right. Now I'm going to accept this for now, but only so I could have it as a vector to get back here. Because that's going to end our episode, and I'm going to do a little bit more questing in the Great Barrows before I go along and start going into the Great Barrow. And until then, this is Pineleaf Needles.